Hey everybody, it's me, Russ, right here at the bottom of Capitol Hill. Hello, all the beautiful people out there in interweb YouTube land. I'm glad you stopped by, glad you tuned in. The list, my list, what difference does it make, really? Some of these I'll be picking up, and some I won't. But this one's pretty cool. That's some Flotsam and Jetsam. Been a big fan from long time, from back in the day. Oh, and here's the Voodoo Donuts. Right there. Look at that. Here on Capitol Hill. They're in Portland. They started in Portland. It's just amazing. Voodoo Donuts. You got the Voodoo Donut guy. It's like a pretzel through him, right? Like the Voodoo doll. Very cool. Voodoo Donuts. We always get Voodoo Donuts in Portland, and now we have one in Capitol Hill in Seattle. All right. This is Pike Brewing. Look at this. This is all kind of new right over here to the right. I just opened all of this the last 6 months or so. Of course, there's the Paramount. A lot of shows there, man. There's a pretty killer live Nirvana album, live at the Paramount, that does pretty well. Flotsam and Jetsam is an American thrash band that was originally formed in Phoenix, Arizona. Shout out to Phoenix. They started out in 1981, and 1984 they settled on the name Flotsam and Jetsam. They've been on the Elektra label, MCA label. This release is on the No Life Till Metal label, which is a great name for the label. There's 1,000 released, just 1,000. It's not an exclusive. It's not a first release. It just says limited release, 1,000 copies of High by Flotsam and Jetsam. RSD 2025. Next on the list is Slint. The band Slint. The album is Tweeze. Put some glasses on, for God's sake. Slint is the punk band, alternative rock, whatever you want to call it, right? Hardcore band. They're from Louisville, Kentucky. That's right. Louisville, Kentucky, representing, man. Putting out some alternative kind of hardcore punk tunes back in the day. So there's a bit of controversy around the Tweeze album and its release. Recorded back in '89, Steve Albini. And when this mix came out, good album, but, you know, it was met with criticism. Like, also, a few months later, Albini would go ahead and do the same to Pixies' album, Surfa Rosa, and it, you know, yeah, it's a similar outcome. So Steve Albini not hitting that out of the park every time, right? Taking him some creative liberty. Maybe this was at the peak of his confidence in his art. I don't know. But engineering both these records were, you know, okay. But then in fall of 2024, say around October-ish, I believe, they released a double album. Now there was 2 white LPs. One of them was the original Steve Albini mix from 1989, and the second was called a Tweethin mix. All right, so a woman named Ann Gunther and Eric Buckley, I believe it was, he's like the bass player for the band, got together and they did their own mix. So, and here's the controversial part, because the band, you know, over the years, and some of the fans didn't like Steve Albini's mix as much. Said, hey, you know, what if we did something different? And sure enough, they did. And that, so that double LP that they released back in 2024, 2023, can't remember. Anyway, it flew off the shelves. 35th anniversary release. And so Record Store Day, they're doing it again, I guess on green vinyl. But not just any green vinyl, green 180 gram sweet wax. 1,700 copies, RSD exclusive. It's a single LP and it's just the Tweethen mix that will be available, which I might pick up. Price might be right. And now, it's a different day. Driving through my own home city. My city. Here I live in Everett, Washington, just north of Seattle. This is the last time this band, Judas Priest, played here in the Pacific Northwest, was here in Everett, Washington at our little stadium. So I thought, hey, I'm gonna show off my own city a little bit for a change. And previously, this is live in Atlanta, 1982, this Record Store Day release. Previously only on CD through the 50th 50 Years of Metal box set that was out. It is an RSD exclusive on red vinyl, and there's 6,400 copies of this guy, double LP, that'll be released for Record Store Day. So that's, you know, that one's on my list. So there you go, that's 3. Uno, dos, tres. There's 3 of them. 3 rockin' picks from yours truly for Record Store Day 2025, which is in, it's like a little over a week now. We're almost on Record Store Day. I haven't done a lot of these. Maybe I'll do a few more. I spent a lot of time editing this, and it was a lot, so I may not edit as much next time. Just drive around and rap at you a little bit. Maybe that's what I'll do. I don't know. And, by the way, while I'm tooling around my own little slice of heaven here in Everett, Washington, my own town here, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, all right? Come on, hang out with me. You got a channel, I'd follow your channel. Probably, you know, more than likely. And give the video a like. It always helps us out, all us YouTuber folks. I have to be reminded too sometimes. So there you go.
If you keep staring at the road mile after mile, you get drowsy, almost hypnotized.
The helicopter view would also help us to see how advanced planning and courtesy make all the difference. How getting into the correct lane for turning or stopping lets the other fellow know what we're going to do.
The old City Hall building. Getting a remake up. This is the big municipal building. This is the real City Hall building for modern times. Right there. And up ahead is Funko. If you're familiar with the Funko pop figures, that is the headquarters. That is the HQ. This is where it's all started. Right here in Everett, Washington. Everett, Snohomish, Bothell. They kind of moved around a little bit, but before they sold the company off, and now it's a whole thing. I guess there's a Funko HQ in LA and Phoenix now. Las Vegas, I think, soon. I don't know. But this is where it all started, man. Here we are, almost to the stadium. Got a record store. This is the new record store. I did a review of that one recently. Apollo Exos. And Tony V's, of course, is right across the street. Right there. Oh, we got Trump protesters. That's not unusual. See that? We protest in the current administration. Because we're a blue state. We're right up by our friends in Canada. Our friends in Canada, for God's sake. What the frick is wrong with this country? Anyway, I'm not trying to be political, just saying. There's the stadium. There's our big Everett Stadium where Judas Priest played last time they were in town. And down the street is Lowe's, where I'll get some stuff. Get some things.
You like some potato bites, don't you, buddy? Swallows them right down his gullet.
Hamilton is going to be at the Paramount. We don't get shows like New York does, you know. We usually by the time it gets here, like there's like different actors, you know. Except for Wicked. I guess when Wicked was here, there was some. I didn't go. My wife went, and my daughter. But yeah, so it's a lot of money, and I don't know how much I'm into Broadway shows, that kind of thing. That might be fun. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, the whole cast was in Seattle for that one, which is pretty rare. People don't want to come all the way over here from New York or wherever. This, by the way, is the Amazon Spheres. That's Jeff Bezos, who owns Amazon. I mean, talk about an egocentric kind of move, right? Just drop his balls right in the middle of downtown. Odd like me. So I'm trying to. That guy makes me want to grow hair. Yeah. Anyway, about to hit the trestle. It's called. Marysville, the neighboring city, is separating us by water, and there's trestles across the water. See, there's a couple of rivers and inlets, that kind of thing. And look at that, smoke on the water.